Hi, this is Julie with SteamCat, and yes, I've been having equipment issues. I have a new camera, I have a new microphone, and it's a new year. Happy New Year. So here it is at last, the Singer Featherweight. I got this for a song. It was really inexpensive, and I kept wondering what was wrong with it, and the answer was very little. I mean, I paid $38 for this, okay? So it just needed a lot of cleaning, and it can still use some more cleaning and adjustment, but let's take a look at this, okay? First thing I want to point out is I did purchase, so I can bring this up, a new power cord for the cord and foot pedal, because that was the worst part. It was in really bad shape, and it was a fire hazard, and you don't want a fire hazard. So I replaced that. I've replaced a few other little parts. The cap on the grease cap on the motor was missing. That's been replaced. I have a brand new LED light, which is cool, though it interferes with the camera, so we will not keep that on. But darn it, it's in really good shape, and I'm happy. So let's zoom in and look at some of this. This is probably the worst of it right here on the decal. But as you can see, as we move around, the decals are nice. The medallion's there. The Singer decal on the front is nice. But what you really want to know is, will it sew? So I have some festive red and green thread in here, even though we're past the season. Let's see what it does. Hey, I'm happy with that. We'll just pull this off and snip it. And it looks really good. I don't know if you can see it. That's the front side, and that's the back side. I'm really happy with it. So what else do you want to know about this thing? I'll show you how to thread it in a minute. This is for regulating the stitch width and the speed. And I think if you go all the way down to the bottom, it will reverse. I'm not too sure. But look, even that decal on the hand wheel is in nice shape. The motor is probably original. There's some crazing, you probably can't see it, on the head. Not a lot, though. I'm really happy. So let's thread this guy. So let's thread this guy, and start with the thread up here, and it goes through this hook. Now here's the really fun part, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this and hope the autofocus works. Okay, this part is really weird. You bring the thread through these tension discs and up over this little spring, and then you hold the thread in place, the spool of thread in place, and I'm going to try and do this without you pull it across and back, and that connects it over the spring. Of course, come on, autofocus, you silly thing. It doesn't want to autofocus, of course. Anyway, that does bring it over the spring, and then you bring it back up through that hole, and then down through this loop. There's a little hook right here that you go through, and I always miss that, but I got it that time. Okay, then your last bit is to thread it. You always thread from right to left. I can't believe I got that on the first try. That's amazing. The flat side of the needle goes to the left. So let's look at the bobbin, shall we? I'm going, whoops. Sorry, I keep banging my camera arm here. By the way, if you have a featherweight, one design flaw, I think it's a design flaw, is that the set screw on the head assembly plate bangs right against the arm here, so the table. So you want to put a piece of fabric in there if you can. Okay, let's go down. I'm going to bring a piece of fabric here so it's easier to see. Again, pardon the jiggles and everything. We're having so much fun. Okay, there's a little, as with all bobbins, there's a little lever you pull and bring it off. And I'm gonna, you want the thread coming off of the left. And then, I don't know if you can see this, there's a set screw right there, and just below the set screw is a little hook. So your thread is going to go through that hook and down here to a little notch. So let's put this on. Through the hook and to the notch, we got it. I hope you can see that. So I'll put this back. Lift your little bobbin case lever back out and slide that baby back in. Sometimes it takes a couple of shots, but you'll get there. Okay. Now, always turning your hand wheel towards you. Ta-da! We have thread. So that's pretty cool. It's a fantastic machine. It still needs a few minor adjustments, but I'm really happy with it. Please like and subscribe, share and enjoy. Thank you for watching, and please consider supporting the channel. There are some options below. We'll catch you next time.